Trump had a nutty meltdown on Truth Social. I would never use terms like this, but someone wrote to me and said, David, his meltdown was nuttier than squirrel poop. And I think that's completely unbecoming of serious political discussion. So I would never say that. What I will tell you is this guy seems completely and totally unhinged, posting message after message, some messages multiple within 1 minute. This is what Trump is doing. He recently got shot. The person he's running against has changed. And what's he doing? He's posting to Truth Social, starting with, quote, "The Biden-Harris administration did not properly protect me, and I was forced to take a bullet for democracy. It was my great honor to do so." First of all, I don't know how democracy is served by Trump's ear being grazed with a bullet shot by a Republican. I don't understand that. Secondly, one of the big stories about Trump and the Secret Service for years has been that Trump wants loyalist Secret Service agents around him, and he is heavily involved in deciding on who is around him and in what circumstances and in what capacity. There is, of course, no evidence whatsoever that the Biden-Harris administration had anything to do with the Secret Service opting to put the perimeter where it did in Butler, Pennsylvania on that day. There's no evidence of any kind at all. But the critical part is that if anybody between Biden and Trump influenced how Secret Service was operating that day and who the agents were, it's Trump's selectivity because he wants to have loyalist Secret Service agents around him. Okay, Trump continues on Truth Central, quote, "I can't believe it. They're turning crooked Joe Biden, the worst president in the history of the United States, into a hero. He was pushed out of power like a dog. And look at what the radical left is able to do. MAGA 2024. Trump continuing, wildly triggered. Lion Kamala Harris destroys everything she touches." What I see there is a very scared Donald Trump, who now is the oldest presidential nominee in American history. And he has to figure out, what is my argument against Kamala Harris? So far, she doesn't have biological children, and she laughs in a way that Republicans find off-putting. And then Trump also on Truth Social, quote, "The Democrats lied and misled the public about crooked Joe Biden. And now we find he is a complete and total cognitive and physical mess." Cognitive is capitalized, so is physical. And then mess is in quotes and in all caps. Really strange syntax. Trump finishing up his post. "They also mislead the Republican Party, causing it to waste a great deal of time and money to be resumed." So that is Trump's latest. And I'll be very honest with you. He seems genuinely terrified about what to do next. Now, as far as the polling goes, to remind you, we're still in this sort of like it's within the margin of error phase. I see this as better news for Kamala Harris than Trump. And what I mean by that is the following. Trump's been the nominee officially for about a week and the presumptive nominee for months, if not even longer than that. Kamala Harris, we just learned, would be running 5 days ago, and the presumptive nominee 3 to 4 days ago, as we learned that a majority of Democratic delegates say, "I'm supporting Kamala." And after all of that, Trump's lead is 1.9. That's a much better sign for Kamala Harris than it is for Donald Trump. Now, this doesn't mean she will win, but it does mean she can win. And Trump and Vance now stuck. They're sort of like the old model. This year's version of the car has been released. And now Trump and Vance, all they have for sale, or to put it a different way, Kamala Harris is selling this year's model of the car. It's just came better features, better software. Trump and Vance have fully invested in last year's car, and now they have to figure out how to justify to voters, this is still the one you want. Not an enviable position. You can still do it, but it's not an enviable position. Let me know where you expect polling to be a week from now. You can email info@davidpakman.com. We'll take a break and then continue. You can't vapor smoke inside. You're tired of people seeing you put those little pouches in your lip. There is a nicotine alternative that people won't notice. Zippix nicotine toothpicks. Our sponsor Zippix makes the only nicotine toothpick on the planet that is FDA registered. You can use it anywhere: work, restaurants, airplanes, sporting events, after a meal. The toothpicks stay in a convenient little tube that goes in your pocket or on your keychain. It's way more convenient than carrying around a huge can of pouches all day or a whole bunch of gum or whatever the case may be. Zippix nicotine toothpicks come in flavors like peppermint watermelon, sweet wood, cinnamon, whiskey. If you're not a nicotine user, try out their B12 toothpicks with caffeine instead, a quick and easy alternative to coffee. Do your lungs a favor, cut the cigarette smoke, cut the vape juice. Go to zippixtoothpicks.com today. Save 10% with the code PACMAN10 at checkout. Just remember, you must be 21 or older to order. The link is down below.